In the story of Al-Khidr and Musa alayhi salam in Surah Al-Kahf in chapter number 18, there's a beautiful lesson among many that we should try to extract and understand. SubhanAllah. In that story, you see the third part, Al-Khidr and Musa go to a town and they ask for food and water. They're basically their guests, they're visitors, and everybody rejects them. They shut their doors in their faces. And so they continue walking, and then they come across a wall that's about to collapse, it's about to fall down. And Al-Khidr takes it upon himself to fix this wall. He reinforces it, he makes it good. And so Musa is very confused. He says, these people were awful to us. Why did you just help them out for free? You could have at least charged them some money. And so now Al-Khidr explains the reason, the logic why he did this. He says that under this wall, there's a treasure for a few orphans that was left by their father. And so if this wall had collapsed and crumbled, look at the state of these people in the town. You think they would let the orphans get their wealth? You think they look like fair people? They were very cheap and stingy. They didn't want to help anybody. So if they came across this wealth, they would have just taken it for themselves and the orphans wouldn't have gotten a penny. But Allah in His infinite wisdom ordered Al-Khidr to build up this wall so that when they grow up and they become strong enough that they can defend their own wealth, they will find it. SubhanAllah. And so the lesson here is very interesting, that most of us, we misprioritize how we should manage ourselves in this dunya. You see, we have these desires that we try to pursue. And in pursuit of these desires, because we think they're everlasting or evergreen, that they will stay with us forever, we lose track of what really matters. And I'll give you two of those main desires that I'd like to highlight because I believe that they are shared almost unanimously across the world, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, or religion. None of these matter. And the first one is wealth. See, we all try to pursue it, accumulate it, keep it, grow it, maintain it in hopes, in aims that it becomes generational, that we can pass it on to our children and our children's children, and so on. Second one is fame, and fame starts with a reputation that you start, keep, and grow, and maintain, and build in your local community, that eventually it grows large enough that it becomes on the global scale. And the thing is, both of these, we think that they can last forever, or for a very, very, very long time, when in reality they don't. Statistically, wealth would only last, if it does reach generational level, and inshallah it does, 2 or 3 generations at most, and if you're really lucky, a 4th generation. And fame would only last, what, 10, 20, 50, 100 years at most. After that, you're a footnote in one of the history books that perhaps somebody might read in a classroom in 100 years from now. But the reality is, the good deeds that we do, the du'as that get accepted by Allah, the rewards that He gives us, those are everlasting, those are evergreen, those don't diminish or dissolve with time. They don't. They last forever, subhanAllah. Back to the story of Al-Khidr and Musa in Surah Al-Kahf, it was said in the books of tafsir, the explanation of the Quran, that it was the great-great-great-great-grandfather of these 2 orphans. 9 generations up, he had some wealth that he passed on generationally, and so it got protected because he was a good man. And so Allah protected it all the way to the 9th generation, when statistically the max you could go is 3 generations. But Allah intervened because he was a good person who did good things, and Allahu Alam, he made a dua and it was answered. فَأَللَّهُمَّ رَزُقْنَا الذُّرِّيَّةَ الصَّالِحَةَ اللهم اجعلنا هاد المهتدين واجعلنا من الصالحين. Ya Allah, grant us the good offspring, generation after generation of good, strong, believing people. And may Allah make us people who are guided and who can help guide others. Barakallah feekum. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.